In this video, for the first time ever, you will be shown hard data showing the turnaround of Facebook Marketplace since the hard drop-off in the past. With the creator of FBM Fox, we're going to hop on a Zoom call and go over actual stats that he's seeing on the back end, proving that Facebook Marketplace and Shops is turning around. Also, we'll do a quick talk about TikTok Shops and the future of that, and I hope you enjoy this video. All right, I am here with the creator of FBM Fox, Dan, and we're going to talk about some interesting stuff he's been talking to me about on the side. But Dan, introduce yourself. How do people know you with FBM Fox? Like, what's the background with all of that?
Hi guys, my name is Danish, but you can just call me Dan. It's simpler. I am the founder of FBM Fox. So really, I just wanted to jump on a call with Cameron and discuss some insights that we're seeing to help sellers basically succeed better in this coming year of 2024 and Q4 of 2023.
So before we get into all of that, like what's your background with FBM Fox? What made you get started?
Yeah, so I used to sell things online for almost 5 years. So like since 2017 to 2022, and basically saw Facebook as an opening. And I remember listing my first few products on Facebook, and they did really well. So basically, before Facebook, I did about like $500,000 in revenue through e-commerce, but computer science and programming was like my main thing. That was my main passion. So when Facebook sales were doing really well, I decided to create a very robust software to help users sell on Facebook, and now it helps people sell on multiple platforms.
Yeah, and I know I know when I started, I just accidentally started kind of in the beginning of Facebook taking off, and I didn't even realize it. I just seen a couple other people, and I was like, you know what, I'll document my journey learning this for other people. And then very early on in that process is when I can't remember if you reached out to me or if I found you or how that. I think you were talking to me that you were going to create a software, and somehow we got connected. And ever since then, I was just like, man, that's definitely the software I like to use. So now I'm excited though because of the stuff we were talking about. Can we dive into that?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So okay, so I think everybody in this space, in the Facebook shops and marketplace space, place, suffered a random kind of drop off in sales. And one thing about business is things are kind of cyclical. So if you have like a job, things are usually very stable. You make a regular amount, but in business, there are ups and downs, right? And and these are things that we have to get used to as business people. But basically, we did see a drop off, whether it was due to an algorithm change or the economy or many other things. The entire market saw a drop off in sales, and basically, I'm here to share good news that we've seen a solid uptrend. And it's one of those things where I only wanted to come on and talk to Cameron about this publicly if we saw a consistent uptrend, right? Because things can go up 1 month and it could be a fluke, and the next month or the next 6 months it can be down. But I'm here to share good news, and we're basically seeing a solid uptrend in sales. And I'll actually get into the numbers and show you guys on screen. Cameron, do you have any comments on that before I jump in?
So yeah, I noticed, that of course that happened to me. It happened to everybody in my Facebook groups, people that were in my YouTube comments. I know that I was trying everything I could for months and months, even just trying to like figure out the solution to help everybody. And it just wasn't happening. So talking with you a little bit about this also kind of helped me feel a little bit better that I wasn't insane. Like I did notice that there was, a difference that everybody was experiencing. And it wasn't just a handful of accounts that people were doing things wrong. It was across the board.
Yeah. Yeah. So why don't I just go ahead and show you guys like 30 months of data that we have from the beginning of this whole thing. So basically, you guys can see the whole picture. And I guess what I'll do here is share information of what I think will happen with Facebook and other forms of retail, online retail in this call. And you guys can make the conclusions for yourself about what actions you'd like to take moving forward. So I'm just going to share my screen.
Yep, I see it.
Okay. So if you can see, we've got like from 2021 April-ish all the way till 2023 of September, which is the last month. This is the revenue per user ratio wise. So to make sure users info is private, we just slimmed it down to a ratio. But this graph shows the last 12 months of sales or 13 months of sales. So ratio wise, if you look at this graph, we're on a very strong uptrend. Now, we're not only on a strong uptrend for 3 months or 2 months, but we're on a strong uptrend for 12 or 13 months, right? If you take the ratio of the past 13 months, so if you take, this was 2022 of September, so if we do just equal 0. If we do 1.46, which is the ratio of the last September, so that's last month, divided by 0.85, we could see that this is 172% increase in 12 months, right? So
Yeah.
it's clear that, our sales have really gone up. User per revenue per user has significantly gone up in the past 13 months. Now, a lot of you guys will be like, dude, like all I remember was a drop off. Well, that you're right, because if we sort of zoom back out, you could see that there was a drop off. So between April of 2022 till June, right? There's a massive drop off in sales.
Yeah.
And if we see the whole picture, this is kind of where we started off in sales. And there was a massive boom due to that COVID hype and that new platform hype.
Yeah.
But we had a drop off. But what we think is this is probably the best time to get back in, because now in the past 12 months, we're seeing a significant and consistent increase in sales. So, 172% on your effort compared to last year is very high. Now, here's the other thing. We see this going higher because every month it seems to trend higher. So September was actually higher than August. But there's several reasons why we think that this will continue. One thing I want to discuss is the macroeconomics of the world. It seems that, the world might be going into a recession, and a lot of people are kind of losing their savings, and people want to be conservative with their money. So chances are a lot of people won't shop on the big box retailer sites such as Amazon, Walmart, and they'll likely look for something used or something cheaper on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist. And we really think that Facebook Marketplace will come back, especially given this data that we have to back it up. The next thing I want to discuss is, maybe I thought, oh, Facebook Marketplace is just out of the picture. Like, just nobody likes Facebook anymore. No one's on Facebook anymore. Well, if we go to like Google Trends, this is for the past day, but if I go like past 12 months, we're seeing an uprise, like it's a consistent uprise. And then if we go like past 5 years, we're also seeing a consistent uprise. So back when this thing started in 2021, early 2021, we're kind of back up around that area.
Yeah.
So this is clearly an uprise, and then our data is also reflective of this chart. So if you see like late 2021, things dropped off, right? And then, we kind of bottomed out in like last year, September, right? This reflects that. And now you're seeing a massive increase.
Yep.
So what we've kind of seen is that, in the Facebook groups and all this stuff, people are just like panic mode, and they're like, oh, Facebook's gone. But what we're seeing in the software is people are actually killing it right now because the revenue per user is very concentrated with a few users, right? So a lot of the people who were here before who didn't know what they were doing have kind of left, and now we have some seasoned people really making a killing.
Yeah.
So, based on the numbers, based on the economy, based on the Google Trends, based on 12 months of data, I think, this call between me and Cameron was needed where we could just jump on and invite you guys to give it a try for at least for the next 3 months
Yeah.
because it is going to be Q4. So, or it is Q4 right now. So this is for retail, this is like really hot. So if we've seen an uptrend in the last 12 months, we'll likely see an even aggressive uptrend for the next 3 months as people shop for Christmas and all of that.
Yeah, you said something that kind of is either pretty much what you said or something that spurred something in me where, I think about when this all first started, when Facebook kind of first started getting into everybody's brains, and it had a big moment and then a drop off, like we've mentioned. A lot of people, I mean, think about you watching this right now. Your chances are you're somebody who did do it and then just haven't touched it in forever. But now, maybe you saw something about it coming back or whatever you've seen, or you just started getting back into it because there is a natural uptrend that you've noticed, and you've seen that other people, because you're part of a group still or something. Like, I like the idea too that there's a possibility that it's almost like kind of clear waters again, where you're one of a fewer amount of people than what it was doing at its peak. So you have that chance again to be, have a better chance of success as well, on top of, taking advantage of the momentum, basically, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, and honestly, I like that this time around the momentum is steady and it's steadily up. So if you looked at the momentum back in the crazy COVID days, it was like massive uptrend. Things like that generally don't last. If we're seeing a consistent uptrend like over 12 months, 13 months, that makes me very convinced that, Facebook, the decision they made to release shops and marketplace the way that they did seems like, it's here to stay.
And it makes sense to you talk about consistency with everything. It makes me think about, like, okay, well, that's all this time through the ups and downs. It's given Facebook a chance to figure some things out, even though I know people will always, say Facebook this and Facebook that. They need to fix things here and there. But it's given them time to figure stuff out. I mean, we've all experienced a whole spectrum of how Facebook Marketplace and shops works over time, if you've been in long enough. So now that that's fleshed out a little bit more, as well as like your software, even. I mean, I know you've had to adapt and make changes over time, and now you're more settled on, I imagine, in a place where, all right, now we know how this works. We're ready for another influx of sales, because we're not doing as much guesswork anymore. I don't know if guesswork's probably not the right word, but like, I don't know anything about what you do. So I just imagine it takes some work and some experimentation to get some things right. But
it's also the user, right? So
yeah.
it's also, the sellers that we're kind of educating and encouraging together that, if they did it in the past, they probably made mistakes. They probably shipped the wrong item to the wrong customer.
Yeah.
Now they're more educated and they'll come at this thing with a more strategic perspective.
Very true. Yeah, that makes sense. So with all that consistency, one thing that I've been thinking of more and more is, like, what plans have you settled on that are like the recipe for success for people? Like, because I know I'm going to be hopping back in heavy now after seeing all these numbers, and I definitely want other people to as well. So what are your plans looking like?
Yeah, so plans in terms of like the cost of the software, right?
Yeah, and just like what all they offer. I know in the past I've had people ask me a lot of questions of, the syncing, or just the uploaders and stuff like that. So what does FBM Fox look like at the moment currently?
Right. So previously we had a plan that was like free, but it was 50 products.
Mm-hmm.
And we realized that, like you could upload more products if you unchecked certain things. And we realized that the users, like, it's just not worth their time to like uncheck things and go through the settings. It's too much. So we ended up just making a really cheap plan that allows unlimited listings. So just like a lister. And right now it's $12 a month. We may raise it to like 15, but we don't see it going. It's intended to be something that's as effective as a free plan. So the price will be very low, and it'll be something that people can just get in and use it to list on Facebook Marketplace. Now, once people have seen results through Facebook Marketplace, what we prescribe is, you want to turn this thing into a real business. So get on Facebook Shops with our tiered plans, which have the repricing and the bulk upload. Right? So if you see that you're getting a lot of sales, go into the tiered plans with the bulk uploader, where you can bulk upload a lot of products to your Facebook shop and have them repriced. And the days of the Chrome extension lister will be kind of behind you once you've achieved success through that $12 or $15 a month plan.
Yeah, which I know, like when it comes to like the plans, that's one thing that I always tried to tell people in my group and on the channel a lot in the past was like, hey, like if you're making sales at all, like, or even if you're not and you're just getting started, like signing up, it to me was just, I remember a long time ago, I made like when I first started using it, I made a post and it was like I made $300 in the first like 24 or 48 hours just with using the bulk uploader. Or it was one of those features. It was like a year or so ago now. And I just remember that being like, oh, this is it's just like a tiny business expense in the grand scheme of what it's doing for me. And that's one thing like I was just always wowed as somebody who'd like just kind of learned this from nothing, that's just a thing that you can do. Like it was so cool to me that was an option.
Yeah, I think one of my favorite parts as the person who created this thing was that when people would sign up for a free trial, and within that 7 days they'd make more than the subscription cost for a month.
Yeah.
And that is a point of creating this thing, because I was a seller myself. It's supposed to be a tool that simply helps you profit in a faster way.
Yeah, that's awesome. With all the Facebook stuff, I do have a question for you, kind of to round it out. It's just a new question for you, but I don't want to get away too much from the Facebook stuff. If you have more stuff to add, did you have more with the excitement on Facebook? I know I'm excited. I don't want to take away from that point at all. I'm definitely stoked about the data you were showing me. But did you have anything else?
No, honestly, for Facebook, I think, yeah, I'd tell everybody that you've seen a consistent uptrend, so give it a shot, see what you think. Maybe invest a little bit of your time and profits from the last time, maybe, to give it a second shot. And let's hope the Facebook algorithm is on our side this time.
I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic that it is.
Yeah.
But I did want to ask. So I keep hearing, I haven't done it myself. I know I've made a couple attempts, but not wholeheartedly, like actually went through with it. I keep hearing about TikTok shops, but I haven't really asked you too much about it. Is that something you're doing? Are you integrating that, or is that on your radar at all? Because I know a lot of people are interested in it.
Yeah, so about 3 months ago, I signed up for TikTok shops, and it was kind of like glitchy and not really working. And I'd submit my documents, and it was like not all there.
Mm-hmm.
But the development that they had in the past 3 months has been honestly very positive. And I was able to get my TikTok shop, and I was able to start selling on it. And we've actually integrated with TikTok shops already. So whether you're using FBM Fox for Facebook shops or marketplace or TikTok shops, you're welcome to jump on our platform to give it a try. It's gonna be coming out soon before the end of the year. We're just putting our like finishing touches on it, and it's in our system, and we're literally just gonna like press a button, and it's gonna open TikTok shops for everybody in the coming week or so. I'm not sure when this video is going to go up, but whenever it does, stay tuned on our channel, and Cameron will likely inform you guys also. I do want to show you guys a sneak peek of this though.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think I can. Yeah,
People are going to be really excited for this, I think. I mean, that's all. It's not the all I ever hear about, but it's definitely one of the newer things that I just keep hearing people, like even people who weren't having success for months, being like, "Hey, that's the only thing I'm seeing working right now," because they're not really going back and trying Facebook or any of the other things. They've kind of just settled and not even bothered, but they're trying with TikTok.
So yeah, so with TikTok, it's like a whole new beast, and we don't really know what to expect just yet. But there is a lot of potential there. But with Facebook, everybody's educated, everybody knows what to do,
Yeah.
and you can exploit that right now. With TikTok, it's more so like experimentation at this point. And yeah, just let me just show you guys what I have.
Perfect.
But it's literally just like it's just like the old days regarding FBM Fox. So
Yeah.
if you kind of, so this is a product that I listed on TikTok Shops. If you just hit the TikTok Shops item right here, the green check mark, it just shows you all of the products that went to TikTok Shop. So I listed this pan using FBM Fox, and then the bulk uploader also works for TikTok Shops. And I'll
Wow.
go ahead and show you that.
Yeah.
So if you look at the last 10 items I posted, you can see that they all went through. And it's literally just the same way we did it with Facebook Shops, where we went to like a sellers on any supplier. And, you know, with the Chrome extension, we send it to the bulk uploader and we upload. Repricing is included, orders section is included. In the settings area, you know, very simple single click integration. It's honestly like super clean, and very excited to promote that more. But I think again that is more the wild wild west right now.
Yeah.
We're figuring it out, and I don't want to say too much, but the integration will be out there just like we had it for Facebook. And now as we're seeing the uptrend in Facebook and we're seeing the uptrend in TikTok, you know, you can expect a lot more unified and better service from FBM Fox's end also, as we've matured a lot as a company.
Dude, I'm excited for that TikTok stuff, and I'm excited for the Facebook stuff. Like again, like you said, a lot of people are already versed in that. Me as well. So me, like I know that I could just literally set aside an afternoon and just dive in hard on Facebook and really like get all the check boxes done. Like make sure I've got it really clean looking, like all the details going, and I'm stoked. I'm just excited to, and I'm gonna start making more videos about it all again and everything too. I know this is kind of like a restart because you spurred inspiration within me, and I'm excited about it. So
yeah, I'm just glad that it's like inspiration that's consistent. So if I came here with like 3 months of an uptrend, that's still like, oh, 1 quarter may not be, you know, but
yeah,
I think we see it. We see the uptrend, and yeah, let's just see what happens. And I encourage everyone to hop on and give this thing a shot, either TikTok or Facebook for Q4. And I'm sure it'll be a profitable endeavor, just like every other Q4 is.
so that was the talk with Dan from FBM Fox, and I hope you enjoyed that and are optimistic for the future for Facebook shops and marketplace. And hopefully you're excited for the TikTok integration. I know many of you have been started on TikTok shops. Expect more content from in that department from me in the future. I know I'm about to go full-blown TikTok shop here soon so that I can help you guys. You guys will probably even be helping me because I'm now behind on that subject. So I'm excited. I hope you're excited. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.